All right, good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Callie Say, and today I'm actually going to be taking you guys through a used unit. So just judging off of the video, it probably doesn't look like a used trailer, but this is a 2019 Cimarron Norstar 4-horse gooseneck, and our stock number is 5U191333. So this is a trailer that was used a few times before he traded in for a bigger trailer. He needed more tack area, so his loss is our gain, and we became the new owners of this trailer here. If you want a really great Cimarron but you can't quite swallow the price tag, going with a used unit, especially one from Transwest, is a great way to go. When we get our used units in on trade, they go through our shop. They're PDI'd, so a tech goes through and they make sure every function of this trailer is working and working well. Any of the safety issues, they check right away. If there are any issues for safeties, they're replaced. So like your breakaway switch and battery right here, that's always checked out. Your bearings, your brakes. Every used trailer is aligned, so they're thrown on our alignment machine so that when you're going down the road, you're going to have less issues with uneven tire wear, and which can lead to blowouts. So this being a 2019, it's really clean, super great little trailer. This trailer is 21 feet 6 inches on the floor. We are just under 4,500 pounds on this trailer, so it's a really great weight to pull. On this trailer, these Cimarrons come with 2 set screws and a pin, so they're really secure. This BW coupler was actually made with Cimarron. So Cimarron and BW got together and made this really high quality coupler for their trailers. BW is a really well-known name in the industry. They make a really high quality coupler and hitch, and they're made in America. So we love that Cimarron partnered with them. You got your safety chains on these trailers. Those are also checked out. So as we're working our way around, some of the things that people like to add on to their Cimarrons, if you don't want to crank, you just feel like you don't need that type of exercise anymore, like me, we can put a hydraulic jack on there. That's something that our shop does all the time. So if that's one of the reasons that you're on the fence about a trailer like this, somebody's already taken the depreciation out of this trailer for you. You have room in your budget to put a hydraulic jack on there and make your life a little bit easier. It also helps with resale value. Nobody likes to crank those trailers up and down. All right, so on this trailer, as we're working our way back, you've got drop downs on all 4, a front escape door, so that if you want to use that first stall, it does have a stud divider on it, so you can use that first stall for storage, such as hay, buckets, grain, coolers, anything. You're going down the road, you can throw things in that stall, and then you don't have to bug your horses in these last 3. So these drop downs here, they have over 6 inches of framing behind here that you can't actually see. Everything is grease-cert hinges, so it's a really strong, high quality drop down. These are strong and sturdy enough that I would be comfortable running down the road with them open. So you are always wanting more airflow on these trailers for these horses. Cimarron has a lot of wonderful aspects that make these trailers a lot cooler for your animals. But these drop downs are really great because they're huge, they're framed in, and you can actually get a screen that Cimarron can send you that can be bolted onto these so that you don't have to worry about fly or road debris flying up into your horses' faces. So as we work our way back, the gentleman that purchased this trailer decided to add some fender trim. This edge can be just a little bit sharper, so if you've got a horse that likes to play with your fender, you don't have to worry about any cut noses. So that's a nice little feature. That's something we can really easily add on at Transwest as well. So if you do want some fender trim added to any of our trailers, We usually have it in stock, so we can throw that on there. Got your marker lights on your Cimarron so you can know where your width of your trailer is. This trailer is riding on two 6,000-pound axles. It is rubber torsion, and that every Cimarron comes standard with aluminum wheels and this little green cap here. If you've watched any of our other videos, you know that green cap means they are nitrogen filled. So living in Colorado, you're about to experience a pretty drastic temperature change here in the next few days. So that nitrogen actually helps stabilize the PSI a little bit, so you're not getting those massive swings where your tires are expanding and contracting really quickly. So that's something really great. If you ever get in a bind, you have a low tire, you can fill it with just regular air, but it's something that you can really easily just ask your tire shop to put nitrogen in if you like that feature. All right, so as we're working our way back here, you've got your big awning light on the rear. This trailer is really friendly for somebody that wants to load at night. So we've actually got OptiBrite lights on the interior of this trailer so that at night you can see really well loading and unloading. They're LED, so they have a longer shelf life, and they also use less energy. So we've got this trailer equipped with that OptiBrite light. Right here, you'll notice that this is a folding rear tack. So we have a saddle rack up front that if you wanted to move this to the back or add an additional saddle rack, that's a great option. Say you have 8 saddles and yet you've only got spaces for 3 or 4 up front. We can order you a saddle tree that'll go right here in the back so that you can tack out of either side. One of the nice things about that too is if you're hauling 4 horses, you're going with 2 people, sometimes things can get a little cramped going in and out of that front tack area. So if you want to stick your friend back here and have them tack out of the rear tack, that's a great way to kind of keep each other out of each other's spaces so that you can tack up without bumping into each other. Those Western saddles are harder to get around. So right here, since this is a folding rear tack, you've got a really nice bridle hooks here. They're nice and smooth, so you don't have to worry about anybody getting caught or nicked on those. And then we do have the rubber kick mats behind it so that it's not going to scrape up that aluminum and leave some ugly marks. So this is an all aluminum trailer for the floor here. So I've got a little sample of our floor. So these Cimarrons, they have 4-inch centers and they're interlocking tongue and groove. So they're laying in here like this and they're interlocking with one another. And when you think about the size of a horse's hoof, they're about this big around. So that means that your horse is always going to be standing on a center support. It's just really great peace of mind. You're not going to notice a lot of that bowing and warping that you do when they use just a single sheet of aluminum. This is going to stay a lot stronger and maintain its integrity a lot longer so that you're not going to feel those shallow spots where horses are standing with all their weight. Having these 4-inch centers gives it a lot more integrity to the floor. The one thing about an aluminum floor is if you don't take care of it, it will pit and corrode. Urine and aluminum do not mix, so there's a couple steps that can be taken to ensure that your floor lasts a very long time. I'm the owner of a 2009 Cimarron, and the lady that had it before me took excellent care of the floor. So I'm the proud owner of basically a brand new aluminum floor because she took the proper steps to make sure that this floor was maintained. So as an 11-year-old trailer, she made sure that she pulled the mat several times a season, hosed it out, threw some baking soda down. So what the baking soda does is it neutralizes the urine so that it's not as acidic and pits through your floor. Because over time, it can just keep eating at those pits and making them bigger and bigger, and then you are compromising the structure of a very strong aluminum floor. Say you're not wanting to pull mats anymore, you don't want to crank that trailer, so you might as well make your life a little easier in other aspects too. You can actually worm your floor. So there's a company down in Denver that we use that can put worm in, It's a rubberized floor that's impenetrable, so that urine is never going to get down to your aluminum. All you do is wash it out. It provides a lot of cushioning, and it also helps these mats, no matter how tightly we fit them, they're going to slip a little bit underneath the horse's feet. So having a single sheeted floor down helps the horses feel a little more secure going down the road, so they don't have that mat slippage underneath them. It's also really grippy when it's wet. So this is a great option if you want to make your life just a little bit easier. If you want to go the old-fashioned way, we do have mat pullers that we include in all of our Cimarrons with our aluminum floors. So these are a great option. It makes mat pulling a one-person job. So always look for this in your new trailer. All right, so as we're back here, you'll notice you've got a 60-40 split on this trailer. So it gives you, if you do have this rear tack in use, it gives you a lot of great space to load your horses. So as we step our way in, they've done a panel and insulate on this one, so you're not going to see the centers behind this, the center post behind this wall right here. Just gives it a really clean look, easy to clean out, and then the kick mats go real high here. So there's actually a mesh behind these kick mats, which gives it a little more structure if you've got a paw or a horse that likes to kick. You're not just going to have the mats just fold right away from the wall. There's a little more integrity there. So they use, in the Cimarrons, they try and do everything really quiet and horse friendly. So you've got the soft close dividers. These are really high quality, high grade plastic because metal on metal actually wears against each other faster than a metal on plastic. So not only are you looking at longevity, but it's also a lot quieter for your horses. So less rattle. In this trailer, we do have a stud divider on the first one. So as I mentioned earlier, if you've got a lot of stuff and you're only hauling 3 or less horses, it's a great option to use because then your stuff's not going to slide back into your horse area. These are heavy-duty extruded aluminum dividers. So the extrusions allow for weight savings and strength. So these are really strong, heavy-duty dividers. If for any reason you get in a pinch and something happens, you get in an accident, the strength of these dividers is what's holding it in for your horses, or is what is holding your horses in. So you don't want this to be the weak part in your trailer. So you use a really high-quality extruded aluminum divider that they produce. We love that. In here we talked about the OptiBrite lights. Right now you can see it's quite windy here. In this trailer, we've got a lot of airflow going through between the drop downs and these big bus windows on the hip side. So you've got the bars here, so you don't have to worry about anybody poking out your windows or anything like that, but you do get a lot of airflow through these screens right here. And then as you're going down the road, the great thing about these trailers is over every stall, you do have a roof vent. So you can either suck air in or suck it out depending on which way you have it faced, so that you can get even more airflow going through. Your horses are going to ride really comfortably within these trailers. Another great thing about the Cimarron, and I'll kind of show you a little display we have out front, is the roof system that they have. So Cimarron uses a FiberTech honeycomb roof, and these roofs are, number one, extremely dent resistant to any sort of hail or that type of object. They're a polypropylene core and honeycomb, so that structure allows for a lot of strength, and it's a single pour, so you don't have to worry about any delamination or anything like that. These roofs are one of the best things about a Cimarron. They're going to keep your horse a little cooler because they do have an R3 thermal value, as well as protect your animals from that hail and protect your investment, because hail is not cheap and easy to fix. So living in Colorado, this is a great option to have. All right, so another thing we've got here on this trailer is we do have a pass-through door. A lot of people get confused as to why we have it into the horse area. Doesn't make much sense, they think. But we always tell people, do you want a 1,000-pound animal in your tack area when you arrive at your destination? My guess is no. So we frame it so that the horse, when they're leaning against it, say you've forgotten to latch it or lock it, they're not going to bust through and be in your tack area when you get to where you arrive. So we always swing them in if we can. So on this wall, it is carpeted. You do have bridle hooks. The gentleman that had this trailer previously, he wanted even more bridle hooks, so he had some more installed over here on this wall, as well as over here. So you have a lot of bridle hooks, a lot of storage. Got this 12-inch boot box down below. Goes all the way through. Lots of really great storage. If you are going to go out on the road and go to a show or out at a trail, we do have this 25-gallon water tank on board, so you don't have to worry about bringing extra water. You've got this on the inside of your trailer. Just fill it up before you go. We have this 3-tier saddle rack in here. It's a 4-horse trailer. So if you do want more saddle racks in this trailer, we can easily get one of these ordered for you, so you can add more holders to your saddle rack. All right, got a big shelf with a clothes bar. So if you've got show shirts, you can keep them up high, not have to worry about just laying them on the ground and having them get wrinkled and trampled. And then right up here, we do almost all of our inventory with pre-bracing for an AC unit. So if you wanted to stay in this trailer at a show, throw a mattress up there, we have this pre-braced for an AC. That's something that our shop installs quite frequently. So if you want to quote for that, just let us know. Alrighty. So as we're working our way out here, on this door here, it is a nice big door, easy to get your saddles in and out. We've got a brush box here. This gentleman did have a door organizer on here, so if that is something you want to add, we can easily just take this off and add a door organizer. So this is that display I was speaking about earlier. Just to give you a little bit of an idea, this roof is one of the best parts about our Cimarrons. If you zoom in here, you can see the honeycomb core. So one of the things this does is we try and make these rides as quiet as possible for these horses. So this core actually helps deaden some of the sound in your trailer, so your horses are going to have a really nice and quiet ride. Right here, you've got your sealant. So Cimarron uses a really high quality, it's called Dow Corning 791 roof sealant. It provides a really good barrier for your roof. One of the great things about it is, even though it's a little bit more expensive, Cimarron uses it because it doesn't tend to dry out and crack like a lot of other roof sealants. So you should still run up there and check your roof once a year, but there's a good chance this sealant is going to hold up for a really long time. So right here, you've got your centers, so or your upright posts. Sorry. So we've got 2-inch by 1 3/8" upright posts. The standards are 2.5 by 1 inch. So even though these are a little bit smaller, they're actually a lot stronger. They're about 40% stiffer than the most common used tubing. So what that does is that provides a lot more strength for your trailer. So going up and down the road, you're gonna not have to worry about the integrity of your trailer. So if you guys have any questions on this trailer or any others on our lot, my name is Callie Say. You can reach me at 970-309-6368. We'd be happy to do any